Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's stream. Hope you're all doing well. We are once again making our way back into the London wasteland, hellscape, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't quite have the same universal name that the Commonwealth or Capital Wasteland had. Excuse me, I was getting something to drink. So, it's been a little while, so I thought we'd go through our full reading of what we are for and what we do. So on that note, we are Frag4s, a charity gaming team here on Twitch and elsewhere, playing games and helping kids. In North America, we primarily race for Extra Life, a children's miracle network program that gets gamers like us to play games like this in order to raise funds for our local or not so local children's hospitals. I, Morinder, am raising for the Anna Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago. Every Children's Miracle Network hospital is both a teaching and research hospital, so they are not only teaching the next generation of doctors to give the care that they are known for, but they're also researching new and better ways to give that care at the same time. We have raised, and by we I mean all you lovely donators, have we raised a little over $1,100 out of a $2,000 goal for the year, which is phenomenal. You are all so awesome. We are coming up here on the final super stream of the year in October, I believe. I do not have the exact details yet, but I will share them when I do. I will once again be looking to try and stream at least once, maybe twice, as well as be a participant in a couple of streams. And right on the heels of October, in November, we have the Loading Ready Run annual Desert Bus for Hope charity, which is a week-long event in November. I don't remember the exact dates off the top of my head for this year, but I will absolutely try to make note of that and share that all with you as well, as that is a lovely event to watch and donate for. In their, was it 15 years of doing it? Something like that. It's been many a year now. Well over 10. They have raised well over $10 million. And they continue to, raise a significant amount of money every year for Child's Play charity. Now, they don't do Extra Life, they do Child's Play charity. But it's, it's very much a similar thing. It's raising money for kids in hospitals. It's a good cause. But on that note, I've blathered on long enough, I think. I had to reload the game so that the music would go to the right place. So now, just confirm that's the right one. Yep. There we go. We have the game loading up. I'll switch over just as soon as it does. And now I've finished my little bit of drink there. So, it's about 10:05. I imagine we'll probably play for roughly an hour. And then we will round it out with a couple of Spellify card guesses. And then a Warfle. Or Warfy. No, I think it's Warfle. A Warfle, which is basically Wordle, but with Star Trek Timelines characters. Admiral Mimo introduced it to us last night at the end of stream, and it is something else, let me tell you. Basically, it takes all 1,500 characters in the Star Trek Timelines game, which is basically every series. Ooh, excuse me, and movie, as well as with the Timeline Originals, Timeline Original characters, I should say. But it's not just like Kirk and Spock and Picard and Janeway. It's Mirrorverse Kirk and Roman Kirk, like, the specific Kirk from the episode with Romans. And, Kirk is the prisoner in Star Trek 6, I think. Like, it's got every variation of them. And so you've got to figure out which one it is out of all 1,500 odd of those. So it might be Kirk, but it might not just be regular TOS Kirk. It might be, something different. Anyways, the game has loaded. So we return to dear old Winston here. Now, we had just finished up in the lab underneath the monument to the London Fire. So we are going to make our way back down to Archie and the Ferryman and see what they have to say. Sadly, Archie's friends did not make it. So, and it really did not give us much, a little bit, but not much in the way of clues as to what happened to us and what was going on with us, other than maybe, I didn't even notice that, maybe we're a clone of some sort. But then the question becomes, a clone of what? Or who? And I don't know exactly how well or how much I like those implications. So, did I pick up anything to cook? I did. Well, let's get that cooked then. Fox steak. Anything else? No, just the fox steak. Okay. Well, something. Alright, Archie. Bad news, I'm afraid.
You're back! Did you find them?
Sure didn't.
I say, thanks for trying, and for letting me know. Do you know what happened?
I don't want to just lie, but I certainly don't want to tell them they were torn to shreds. I will say... Actually, that's not Ryan, and it kind of massages him.
Oh, maybe that's for the best.
Yeah,
Thank
considering what I suspect happened.
Not sure what to do
technically
now.
I don't know.
I can't stay here forever, I know that. Oh yeah, the ghoul. He went west, I think. Said he was going to St. Paul's Sanctuary.
Okay.
That's where I was going to take you. Unless you want to save me the
Escort quest
journey,
with Archie.
Wayfarer. Since you're headed that way,
I ain't much in a fight, but I'm good with locks. Terminals too.
Hold on. I need to get out of this conversation. Can I get out of the conversation? Yes, I can. Winston. Hold on.
You alright? At least close your mouth before something flies in there.
You won't let me talk to Winston. Alright. Let's talk about St. Paul's
Used to be
Sanctuary.
St. Paul's Cathedral. Been around for yonks.
True.
They offer sanctuary to all those who need it. The trouble is getting there. It's possible. You ran faster than I did.
Alright, fair enough. I don't want him as my companion, so let's see this.
That's fine with me. Let's get out of here.
farewell, boy. Don't let this city change you.
Alright, so
Those
that's
Wayfarer,
bugs are the
if
least
you're
of
ever
your
in
worries
Thames
if you
Haven
fall
again,
in.
pay me a visit. We have some important work for you.
Alright, I can at least get my stuff from Churchill.
Why bother with that rubbish? You'll never make a profit off it. Will do.
I'm not so concerned about making a profit.
A proper tool for a proper job.
I just need to get stuff out of my inventory. need a better weapon than that. I don't understand why this is legendary. Can Archie carry more than Churchill? It's seeming that way. Okay, so I can't carry more. That's still a lot. Hi, Churchill.
Timsaven, you
I'll miss
are my...
you. Now, so if we just head a little bit that way and then up, or I could head up and then that way.
Pride and joy.
Up and then that way seems reasonable. Not sure what went that way. Oh, Rad Rabbit. Well. Get a rabbit leg. Sure, why not? Now, is this where I want to make the turn? No, not quite yet. However...
Nary a nick
Got a
on you
sled.
after that tussle.
Can't say no to some Radstag meat. Hunter's Machete. It's legendary, so I'll grab it, but I don't think I'm going to use it.
Here we go again.
Yes, indeed, here we go again. Queen Street Hotel, huh? Scavengers. A little leery of going in here. I don't know what I'm going to find. What do I have? Right. Running those. I need to make some modifications to this. And this. Nothing to do about it right now. That's not actually a door. I thought that was. Peacock meat. That's... Well, that is certainly a kind of meat to have. Settler. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if I can have Archie equip that. I doubt it. I'm gonna take the army fatigues and see if that is something I can do. A fez. I wonder if that's an oblique Doctor Who reference. I wear a fez now. It's probably not, but... Alright, Archie.
Sneak a peek at what we nicked.
I'm going to take this pistol from you, and these adjustable wrenches, and then I'm going to give you this Brahmin leather backpack, and then I'm going to equip it. And then I'm going to probably not equip it, it would actually seem. No, let's just double check. Yeah. Seems he can't equip the backpack. Well, that's a pity. Okay. So in the end, this was actually the way to go. This was the way further up. So that's good. Something up here. Causing the old wibbly wobbly. Okay, rad rat pup. That's not necessarily a problem. Man, I really do not do a lot of damage.
You ain't it?
Nope, nope. Ugh. Not the best shot with this gun.
Well, that's a neat trick. Where'd they go? Where'd they run off to?
They ran off somewhere, that's for sure.
Are they bloody up? Think they'll be back for seconds?
Yeah, they might not. Who knows?
Please make this.
Oh, I'm gonna try. Yeah.
That's over.
I hate those things. I really do hate those things. Oh, that goes upstairs, huh? Jeez, just a whole bunch of tickets. Don't mind if I do.
That's a right proper piece of history you're holding.
And an incorrect order. Hey, Abdel, please call up Volian and ask them to collect their order. They have sent the wrong items. Management isn't interested in trying to sell imported American crap. Thanks, Mr. Wendleton.
Careful now.
Alright. It's kind of rude, but okay. Ah.
Don't they
This is one of those bits where I really miss my other character. Because I have a character that I'm playing through on my own, and then part of what I'm doing with him is doing stuff that I haven't done. In this place. So he's off doing stuff on the other side of the map. And like they'll overlap eventually, of course. But for now, they're doing different things. And I figure by the time I get around to doing the stuff that he's doing, I'll have, you know, maybe forgotten it. Or if not forgotten it, at least won't be as prevalent in my mind. Alright, but we did that. So, St. Paul's Cathedral. It's right there. Okay, that's simple enough. And we will, in fact, not drop Archie off, because he can carry more. And I think I'm pretty down with that. That's not it, is it? No, that's just a barricade. That's a robotics thing. I thought it was a little closer than that. Definitely kind of want to go check out that robotics place, but I don't have a lot of weapons that work good on robots. Or work well on robots, I should say. Safety. But is it really? Corn? Discovered the gauntlet. That doesn't sound safe. What is this? The gauntlet. Okay. Touche. Ask a stupid question. Alright. Is that St. Paul's Cathedral that way? I guess it must be. Marker on the map's a little off.
Hey, traveler. Come closer.
Frenchman. Oh, that's St. Paul's Cathedral. That's pretty.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid Sanctuary is closed at this time. This is St. Paul's Sanctuary. We offer refuge to all those who need it, no matter the creed. Under normal circumstances, that will extend to you as well. Usually we welcome anyone in, but we're expecting an attack. The gate behind me is to remain closed. Bishop's order. A band of thugs, hooligans. They have no morals, no principles, nothing. Hedonists who do anything to get their hands on chems. Well, let's test your judgment. Why do you think? Not even close. We possess items that many would consider valuable, as well as our patrons are very generous. Kill them directly? No, even they have to muster some sort of conscience. Most likely, they will strip Sanctuary of everything it has, leaving us to perish. I don't know, maybe. I will have to check the records. You expect me to remember? Oh, so I'm a gatekeeper. I'm very busy at this. Now just.
The Lord guides us! Strike while it... Bastard! We're losing people! My leg! Turn down, man! Prepare for the next assault! You've done well!
And you have my gratitude.
Well,
you can
I'd say it was
certainly
selfless,
carry
but I'm
yourself
hoping
in
they go
battle.
give me what I want.
Yes, yes. All in good time. That was by no means the last assault. Now, we wait for them to return. But I've got a different job. Consider it mercenary work.
Alright.
This group of hooligans, they have a leader. Violent Violet, they call her. And for good reason. No doubt she's orchestrating this from their headquarters. Get rid of her, and we'll be rid of
we're
them
taking
for
out the
good.
leader.
Not if we both succeed. We'll defend against the main forces, while you perform a counterattack on that headquarters. With any luck, the organization will crumble, and Sanctuary will be free of this raid.
Alright,
Head
we'll do
there
it.
right away, before the assault. They are located in the old Guildhall building. Good luck.
I have no idea where that is. Alright,
That's a
let me-
proper stiff one there.
need ammo and such. Alright, so where am I going? Old Guildhall. Okay, back the way we came, basically. Not this building exact. Now there's those robots that I don't want to deal with. Why did I take a jar? That was dumb.
Bloody chems. Can't see straight.
I didn't sign up for the likes of this.
Come on.
I'll give you that.
As if I'd know what to do if I found some. Oh, back to the usual deeds.
You can certainly handle yourself.
I do try. Alright. Let's say there should be 2 dogs. And 2 more humans. That one. That one. Thought there was another one, but I appear to be wrong. Or at least I can't find it anyways. Alright. Fun time. That way has a set of doors. So does this
Whoever
way.
did this is still around.
What the?
That one is inaccessible. Archie, if you could be quiet, that'd be good.
If it's those bloody commuters again.
You get paranoid. Ain't nothing here.
I'll find you. Should have right.
Rough 'em up good this time. Stay on your toes.
Again! Do it again!
Alright. Let's get some sort of aid in this.
You can win this, huh?
Looted both of these guys, right? Yeah, alright.
Open fire. Getting tired yet? God's sake.
Anything good in their pockets?
Do I have...
You guys got me stirred up over nothing.
Alright. Don't want to go down that way just yet.
Sounds like someone knows we're here. That was it. They looked a lot tougher.
I don't know where that dog came from. I mean, I do remember that there should have been one, and I hadn't killed it, but...
Someone's there?
Yeah, someone's here.
What?
We're here to kill you.
Huh?
Don't worry about looting.
Someone
later.
there. Trying to sneak.
That was actually kind of fun. You can almost feel safe taking a nap in a place like this.
You're
You're
still
an
alive?
idiot. You know that,
Christ.
Archie? I like you, but you're an idiot.
Oh,
Alright, now let's switch to Molotovs.
Give up now, I'll make it quick.
Staircase just goes on and on, don't it?
come on! More eyes on us than an irradiated potato.
Alright, one last one.
I didn't sign up for the likes of this.
Endure it. Let's go back to the frag.
Man, it's you covering my back.
Hey, Jabooters. Sorry again about earlier.
Their bodies don't bother me none.
Ooh,
Seen
vintage
plenty in
rifle.
my day.
And a red leather trench coat. Yeah, it's the ferryman's unique weapon. Violet stand. Yeah, if it'd been work related, I'd feel less shitty about it. Because it was more brain related, I feel guiltier. Like, my brain is my brain, so, you know, here's what it is. I don't really think I need another service rifle, but grab it. Yeah, fair enough. That is certainly a true statement. Do we want to rest? You know what? Yeah, let's rest for 11 hours. Make it 6:30 in the morning. Pardon me, just having a bit to drink. Alright, so we shouldn't have to worry about anything. Ugh. Collecting heads. Pocketed left leg. What is my left leg? Hooligan left leg. Pocketed welded. Well, I mean, pretty much be rude not to take that. Oh, that overrides everything, so I probably won't do anything with it. I have been told that, like previous Fallouts, I could do ballistic weave at some point, but I didn't look into how or when, so until such time, I am dependent on whatever pieces of armor I can scrape together. More ammo. Oh, right. Excalibur's a drug. I'm like, Excalibur, what? Is a sword in this medical box? Not so much. Not so much. Petrol canister. Sure, why not? I mean, I try. But I'm not quite strong enough for that to be a viable solution, unfortunately. It's not a bad one if you can pull it off, but I don't quite have the necessary tools. I'm just making sure I haven't missed any interesting loot here. I can do a little cooking. In Fallout 76, you can hide things that you don't have the ingredients for, as well as make multiples thereof of things. And boy, oh boy, do I wish I had that in this game. course, I also wish cooking was as easy in real life as it was in this game. Because, man, it's just like, I'd like some steak. Click 3 buttons. Juicy steak. So easy. But that is not how it works. Okay, you. Hate you. Stupid little monkey with your symbols. Burnt books. Alright, nothing of interest there. Back out to London and back to St. Paul's. I mean, my wife got me a sous vide for my birthday like 2 years ago. That's the only way I cook steak now. Only way. And it's, yeah, I usually cook it for between 2 to 3 hours at least, at about 125. And it's so good. Then I give it a bit of a sear in a cast iron with a little bit of herby butter basting. You know, for just a little bit, just enough to give it a nice bit of browning crust. Like, I'm not a world level chef, but that does make some tasty steak. I should not go near the irradiated bits. That's not wise. Oh boy.
Jeez!
Ooh, reached level 11. I will make note of what you have said in just a moment. I'll make sure that I loot everything and that if, you know, everything has been killed. I do believe everything has been killed. And I think it's mostly been looted. It's been looted well enough. Alright. Well, I mean, this was part of a quest. I was off to deal with their leader while everybody else was expecting the raids back here. So basically the idea was they fended off the big mob while I cut off the head. Speaking of steak, I'm gonna go get me some ragstag. Some grilled ragstag. Another one.
Can't we just use our words instead?
No, but also apparently I can't use the gun because I went from being a reasonable shot to crap. It's just called T. They didn't mess with the name of the T. T is T. There we go, that's the other one. Alright. I mean, they wouldn't dare mess with T. This is London. That would be sacrilege. Alright, let's talk to the Frenchman.
You're back! Victory is ours. Sanctuary is safe. How did you fare with Guildhall? I trust everything went to plan.
I wish I could do it, but my endurance isn't that high.
Excellent. I knew you were reliable. On the subject of your payment, you'll have to speak to the bishop. You'll find
that would have
him
been
inside.
funny, I won't lie.
Speaking of which, you're free to enter.
Right.
Before you go, we haven't introduced ourselves.
They call me the Wayfarer, the oncoming storm and destroyer of worlds. That sounds like a Doctor Who reference. Hold on. That sounds like what the baby calls itself when the doctor talks to a baby and gives like the parent what the baby calls themselves. Like it's something like that. And considering they literally got 2 former Doctor Who actors to voice roles at the beginning. Oh, well, no, this is just saying that the only reference to that Doctor Who is that the Doctor is the oncoming storm in the Destroyer Worlds, according to his enemies. Oh well. I'm gonna go with Reasonable. I'm just gonna tell them my
A
name.
pleasure to meet you. I am Lieutenant Rambo, at your service. Though most people call me the Frenchman, for obvious reasons. Stop by again sometime. I hope you find who you're looking for.
Me too. Into St. Paul's Cathedral. Oh, I should probably take my perk. Oh, I just popped my back and it was glorious. Fair enough. I've liked most of what I've watched. I'm behind on the new stuff, and I never got to see much of the old stuff. But everything I have gotten to see, I've liked. Some of it was a little clunkier than others, and some of it suffered from, lower budgets, but none of it did I ever think was truly bad. I think the biggest issue was often when transitioning to the new Doctor, being able to give them an honest shake. Like, when transitioning from David Tennant to Matt Smith, I was a bit grumpy about it. I was like, he's weird, he's young, he's got a beaky nose. But he grew on me. I think David Tennant's still my absolute favorite, but the man's an absolute monster.
Well, wasn't that a journey
I mean
and a half?
monster in a good way.
But we
Hey,
made
I
it!
don't mind it.
Here
I'm not going to say it's like
we are.
cinematic masterpieces or anything,
I
but I
suppose
don't
this
mind it.
means goodbye,
I'm
then.
reasonably easy to please, so don't feel bad if, you don't like it. You know what? I am going to take you with me, Archie.
God, I was hoping you'd ask. This place looks as boring as it gets. I know the ferryman
Alright,
only
Archie,
went
I
well,
like you.
but Christ!
So when you say the
I
last
think
couple,
this
do
is
you
the
mean,
start of a very lucrative partnership.
I can't think of
open
the
locked
very
doors,
most
you
recent
shoot whatever's
fellow's
behind them.
name.
Onwards and upwards.
Oh shoot, I can't think of her name either. Okay, so you're probably fine with at least up to Matt Smith. Do you have issues with Peter Capaldi? I haven't really seen much of theirs, but I didn't mind it. It did seem like it took a bit to get into things, but again, I'm not hard to please, so I don't mind that other people don't like it. I do mind the ones that dislike it purely because it's a woman and it's a black man. That I have issues with. Like, if that's your only reasoning for it's bad, which you're commenting on writing, which is a fair shake. I'm not going to say the writing was the greatest. But again, I'm easy to please. So, Is that a door I can go in? No, it is not. Oh, I know why they had to do it, but a place of such significance. Oh. Workbench. Let's see, we have weapons. Just weapons. But okay, we can work with just weapons. I mean, I personally don't think they were doing that. I think they were just going with, like, we've never experimented with this kind of regeneration. And as far as I can tell, there was never anything explicit that said they couldn't. Oh, well, I've not seen that. If they literally said that, that seems like a bad move. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with the sentiment of it was never just meant for you, the white man. But saying it outright is perhaps not a good call.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty okay with things. You wanna change things up, gender bend it, change the race, do stuff.
Even I can't do that.
That's fine with me, so long as you have a reasonable reason for it, or like... No, I'm sorry, that's... Hold on. I'm gonna pause this for a moment. Not have a reasonable reason for it, although I would like there to be a reason, not just because, hey, for shits and giggles, we're gonna make the white guy a black guy this time. Like, I would prefer if it's not just purely for shits and giggles kind of deal. But, so long as the character doesn't have, like, a specific reason for being that race or that gender or something like that, so long as it's not, like, a core bit of the character, like, this character is the way they are because they were Indian, like Asian Indian, not North American, Native American Indian. So that shaped how they are, the way they act. Like, if you take that and make it an American, well, that character's not going to be the same. And that's a bad change. Like, I guess an example of that would be the Velma TV show, that remake. It seemed like they changed everything purely for the sake of everything being different and controversial. And that's bad. Well, you're right. Someone's race isn't their entire personality and identity. But for some characters, it's a core element of it to a degree. Yeah, it sure seemed like that, didn't it? But I mean, you go back to my example of like a character that's written as Indian. They grew up in India. Like, that has distinct connotations. You could potentially change their race, but still have them grow up in India. But you've got to do that well, because that can be different. That can be weird, and it's still going to shape them differently. A non-Indian growing up in India, still doable. I mean, descendant of British colonials, something like that. But again, gotta do it carefully. I didn't mind them changing Velma's race. Velma's race really never had any relevance in the original show. But to make her, well, honestly, kind of stupid, like the little bits that I watched of it, she was not, or at least it really didn't strike me that she was actually very intelligent. Like, she would come up with these deductions and solutions. Yeah, a monster, insufferable, a moron. Yeah, that pretty much sums up what I saw of the show. I could not watch much of it. But also, what they did to Fred, basically making him a misogynic... I don't know if it was quite fascist, but it was definitely not great. Just awful white man, seemingly just dumping all of the issues with white men onto him. Like, that's not Fred. Fred is a caring, if a little dopey, trap enthusiast. Like, he cares about the people with him, and he gets a little too excited about traps. Yeah, I mean, it is. That one touches a little close to home, and I just really don't understand why they did it. I'm just not wired that way to understand why they did it. But the Doctor Who one, I mean, it sounds like the people that talked about it definitely handled it poorly, but I mean, he's a person that regenerates in an entirely new form every time he dies. With same memories, but, new take on it. I don't really see why there's any issue that it's a female one time and a different color the next. Yeah, I'm not caught up. But I mean, Daleks definitely were kind of dwindling by the point of where I was watching it. They've done an awful lot with Daleks, though. Like, everything from bringing them back from the Time War to brand new variants, which if I remember correctly, they did almost nothing with those, like, individual Daleks. I think I knew that, maybe. I don't know. It's Doctor Who. I'm not super worried about most spoilers. Like, if I didn't know Missy was the Master, for example, that maybe I'd be concerned about, although that one was kind of obvious. Back when we didn't know the Master was returning, if somebody had spoiled that, you know, the old man with the pocket watch was the Master, that I'd have been upset about. But most other things, it's Doctor Who. Spoilers aren't really, like, super critical for most things, despite what River Song would, you know, tell you. Spoilers. I don't know, obviously, the writing isn't as good. Although, again, as I said, I'm easy to please, so I wasn't too upset about the writing. But the actual, like, change of race, change of gender, whatever. Like, let's be realistic. If Doctor Who had been, like, if Doctor Who had started today and gone on for another 60 years, the 10, 12... however many doctors probably would have been different races and genders every time. Because now that's not a big deal. Well, it's not a big deal for some. The reason it was what it was back then is because, you know, it's a lot more of a, you know, white man's world back then. To kind of go back to the, like, it wasn't made for you white man kind of deal. Like, it wasn't, but it was made in the era when it was predominantly. I mean, I can't directly argue your statement. It did seem a little less highbrow, if that's even the word that I'm looking for there. But again, I'm easy to please, so I still enjoyed it. I like a good popcorn film, too, even if it's not one that I'll go back and watch again. You've got to be a pretty horrendous movie for me to just not like it at all. Borderlands movie, never gonna go see that. I was originally at least gonna give it a shot, but no. A couple of friends of mine whose opinions I wholeheartedly trust and are of my same kind of likes and such couldn't even get through the movie for free on YouTube. I'm not wasting my time on that one. And I don't know if I'm going to waste my time on the Minecraft movie. That also looks like it could be pretty bad. But, you know, again, not too hard to please. My issues with that Minecraft trailer are not quite the same as everybody else's, and certainly not the ones that are going, oh, it's woke, oh, there's a black person, there's a girl, whatever, because there's definitely been the fair share of those. But there's been the people that are like, oh, it looks awful. I didn't necessarily dislike how it looked. I honestly thought that was an interesting take for it. I mean, and it is Minecraft, like, half its identity is that it's a cube world. Like, would it have really been a Minecraft movie if it had looked like the real world, or looked like just a generic Pixar world or something like that? I don't know if the way they went... I've seen the sheep, I've seen the llama. I mean, I'm torn. Like, I don't know. I don't necessarily hate it, but I can't in all good conscience say it's good. But again, like, it's Minecraft. Like, okay, I mean, maybe this checks my expectations a little, but I swear I've seen a texture pack, like a 64 by 64 or a 256 by 256 texture pack that looked just like that. Like, I swear I've seen a texture pack that looked almost exactly like that. So I guess maybe that's why I don't have quite as much of an issue with it. But again, like, a large part of the identity of Minecraft is its cuboid nature. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I've played the hell out of Minecraft, so, but it's not a deep game. I mean, the hard truth of it is there should not be a movie about Minecraft. It's not a game for a movie. Like, it's like, why are they making a movie out of Hot Wheels, I think? I don't know. Well, I don't know that nobody asked for it, because there are some people out there that ask for some really dumb things. Yeah, story mode didn't do so hot. I don't think it was awful, but it didn't do so hot. But yeah, it's like... Again, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, and I think that's one... Borderlands from the get-go, I had very strong opinions about casting, about how the characters felt, like, how familiar are you with Borderlands? Like, if I went into a mini rant on that, how well would you be able to follow me? Because I'm all for it. I'd love to go into it, but I'm curious how well you'd understand it, or, if you just get the gist of they effed up. Assume full knowledge. Perfect. Okay. So, first off, obviously it's not an exact... Well, I haven't seen it, so I don't know exactly what story they went with, but obviously it was never going to be an exact match for the video games. Fine. Okay, came way too late. Very good point. I think it was in development hell for a while, so that's not entirely its fault, I think. And the pandemic messed with it. So, like, it gets some leeway for that. But yeah, a lot of people put it very succinctly that it was like 10 years out of date. But, like, big issues with casting with Roland. Like, I'm sorry, but Kevin Hart is Kevin Hart. He's not. Like, Roland was the stoic, straight man leader. Like, he was no nonsense. He wasn't mean, but he was no nonsense. He was... I don't know that Kanye can act. Like, he would have looked more like I would have pictured Roland, but I don't know about acting. I think they could have done Terry Crews as Roland. Terry Crews is a bit more on the humor side, but he can do serious. And he would have fit more my visual for it. Lance Reddick, I think, would have been well. He's passed, but I think it finished before he passed. I don't know. The guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine who passed, he also, I think, probably could have done it okay. They're maybe a bit older for the role, but age doesn't seem to matter to how they casted it. So, Idris Elba, probably. Keith David, like, any of them, I think, could have definitely done justice to the role. But Keith David, yeah, that's another good one. Who hasn't passed. Rest in peace to Lance Reddick and the fellow from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, whose name I can't remember. But yeah, like, Roland's casting, like, it's just, that was frustrating. Obviously, you have an issue with who they cast for, I'm having an issue with names, but for the Siren, I don't know. Lilith, yes. I wasn't as upset about that. I do definitely not, like, I don't disagree with her being too old for the role per se, but I think she did pretty well for what she was given, from what I could tell of the trailers, of course, and looked reasonably like Lilith. Obviously, an older Lilith, but... So I wasn't as upset about that. There was way more to be upset about, so I didn't really waste my nerd rage on Lilith. Like, if Lilith had been the worst thing about the movie would have been okay. I think the movie could have survived it. Tiny Tina, first off, Tiny Tina shouldn't have been a main character. I love Tiny Tina, but Tiny Tina does best in smaller doses. She was not crazy enough. I mean, yeah, from what I've heard, the writing was absolutely god-awful. But she was not. Tiny Tina wasn't crazy enough. Tiny Tina wasn't like just batshit enough. Shouldn't have been a main character. And the actress they got for her, maybe like one time in the trailers did I think that's Tiny Tina, and that's maybe being generous. So that was frustrating. Tanith, I don't know. I'd have to see the movie to give a better judgment of Tanith. Although there's another one, Tanith really shouldn't have been such a main character. I think the casting of Tanith was okay. She looked okay, but I'm not. Again, shouldn't have been the main character. Yeah, like, come on. Can you see Brick as Brick could have been Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson could have done Brick, and I think that would have been pretty awesome. Potentially. Sometimes Dwayne Johnson is great, and then sometimes Dwayne Johnson is not. So that would have been a toss-up, but I think he could have done a great Brick. Could have. Would he? We'll never know. But also no Mordecai? Like, I mean, I was always a Mordecai main, so that hurt. I mean, that hurt almost as much as what they did to his bird in Borderlands 2. Like, that hurt. I'm glad the ending credits, showed him hatching a new bird, but that hurt. That hurt. But yeah, no Mordecai, that was frustrating. No Brick. They could have had Krieg in addition. Like, it's a movie. You can bring in some more characters. They could have added on Krieg. That wouldn't have been the end of the world. Have, Roland and Brick and Mordecai and Lilith and Krieg. That would not have been awful. Claptrap. I mean, I've heard that unfortunately it wasn't great in the movie. I was okay with him in the trailer. The voice wasn't quite there, and so there will always be that frustration of the guy who did Claptrap was still there. I could have seen that. Could have had Gage. That could have been interesting. I think having both Gage and Krieg, though, the two, they're both kind of insane. I don't know if that would have been... I don't know. Maybe they could have made it work. Or maybe instead Krieg have Gage. It definitely would have been interesting. But Claptrap, again, there's the frustration of not having his actual voice actor. Them doing absolutely stupid stuff with, like, as amusing as, like, it did give me a chuckle, but the scene with him getting shot full of bullets and then pooping them out, like, Borderlands is crazy, but in Borderlands the game, had Claptrap been riddled with bullets, he would have been dead. We see dead Claptraps. He gets his eye ripped out. Like, yeah, it's not a cartoon. He wasn't some invulnerable magic robot. And I don't know, it was... And again, I've not seen the movie, so that's... But yeah, I'm never going to either. Like, I was at least willing to watch it and, let it have its honest shake, knowing that, it would have taken a miracle for me to enjoy it. But at this point, no, not even willing to watch it. That was just awful. We have gone a fair bit off topic from our original discussion of, the whole changing characters necessarily just for, cultural inclusion and stuff like that, and when it's okay to do and when it's not okay to do. we got far off topic. I guess what it boils down to for me is if it's enjoyable and it's good to watch and the change isn't like fundamentally breaking who that character is, or isn't something stupid like having a white man play a black character, because that's obviously never going to fly. Unless you're Robert Downey Jr. and you're playing Lazarus and so forth and so on. Yeah, the change should be good. The change should have reason. It shouldn't just be arbitrary. Yeah. That's pretty much what it sums up to. Although I will say, for like some people that are like, you know, with the ones where it's like, if it's a South African character, cast a South African for it, you know, kind of deal. Like those issues of like, you know, those are fought back, like the people fight back on those with like, well, it shouldn't matter where they're from. It should just be the best person for the role should play the role. And in an ideal world, you'd be right. The best actor or actress should take the role, even if they're not necessarily the nationality. Yeah, I'm glad I've seen the movie so that that's not a spoiler. Yeah, that was good. But people have to remember that for the longest time, Hollywood was white. And it wasn't just white because it was white at the expense of all others because of bigotry and racism and all sorts of other things. And we've still got a lot to make up for, and at least for right now, it's not unreasonable to be like, yeah, maybe that actor is better than that one, but that one's still a good actor, and they're South African, and it's a South African role, so they should have it. And I'm okay with that. I would have issue if, you know, they put somebody in the role that's South African, but they were a dog shit actor. I'm like, it should be within reason. But I'm, you know, this is all very controversial for a lot of people, and, you know, and a lot of things I try not to step on toes, so sometimes I don't go far enough in my thinking, or sometimes I go too far, so. Merit within reason. Like, I still say it's merit within reason. Like, there are, I think there, yeah, obviously somebody shouldn't be cast just as a checkbox, but at the same time, you know, you should take into account the nature of the role. Like, you wouldn't cast a white man in a black role just because the white man was the better actor, so long as, you know, you had a black actor who was good. Like, you wouldn't do that. And that's kind of where I go with it. I am well over the hour mark for the stream, and I at least wanted to finish up here in St. Paul, so let's get down here. Let's get Archie down here. Because I need my stuff. And the moment I pick up everything off of Archie, I'm going to be unable to walk.
You think a kid can reach that? You got it, boss. See you around. What you got?
Right. Give me every... You have Battle Song equipped? You won't fight. Why do you have it equipped? Alright, I have to leave you your cookies, some bobby pins. I just want the junk. You know what? Tell you what. Tomorrow night we go to see Two Towers. Next week we go to see Return of the King. And after that, I think I would be very much down to have a Lord of the Rings centered stream of just chatting with maybe some sort of Lord of the Rings activity in the background.
If it ain't worth its weight in tickets, it ain't worth its weight in your pocket.
I think that would be absolutely delightful. Hold on. Do I have a level up banked? I do. What do I want to do with that level up? I think as much as I want to do gunsmithing, I think I need to do... Oh, I can't do the next level of gun nut anyways. Alright, so we are doing Idiot Savant. Anyways, alright. I don't think they actually do anything for me, if I recall correctly. I just have them on. Pretty sure, anyways. I'd have to double check, but I don't think they do much for me. Maybe 1 defense if they do anything. Alright. Can't go any more powerful or that. Could do a little more on the grip. I don't have a lot of stuff. Alright, so before we do that... Can't do anything more there. Let's get you a Navy barrel for range. I need gun nut 3. Hold on. We're at least gonna do... No. Alright, that quick. We can do that quick eject. I'm okay without the... Let's give a suppressor. Yeah, the ferryman's friend is very nice. Let's see if I can do anything else with him. Nope. Need rank 3. Rank 3. I would like a sight. That requires gun nut 2. As does anything of that. So the problem with this is, yeah, I can't do anything more with it right now. We are going to silence this. It's almost at its most powerful. Because I did some testing around on my other character. I like being able to sneak, though. You do more damage. Now, this looks silly, but it does not affect the performance of the gun, except for a very minor hit to accuracy, unless we continue being sneaky. So we are putting on the ludicrous suppressor. And then the tape does nothing, just waste adhesive. Got the scope I want on there. I'm actually going to change this to... Yeah, I'm going to make it half bullet. And that'll do for that. So we've done that, we've done that. That doesn't have anything I need off of it. This vintage rifle. Ooh. It's not a musket, though. It uses 303. It doesn't use musket balls. Holy heck. You need 250 gold to make the Queen's Receiver. Ha 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 ha. 150 gold for the saffron. Jeez. I mean, I get it. I get it. It's the Queen's thing, but lordy. Yeah, it's not a musket. But boy, oh boy. Can't do anything with it right now. 450. Oh my. Yeah, no kidding. I'd have to, basically, for this thing. Like, you probably have to put like 1,000 gold into this thing to be able to do everything. Ten times zoom. Jesus. This is nuts, like... This is just this gun's absolutely nuts. Or at
Well,
least...
that's certainly something.
No, Archie.
None can do it better.
I need you to come back and take the stuff off me, Archie.
Down to business.
Yeah, I do like pistols, but I also like range. So, you know. Alright. He'll hold on to the vintage rifle for me. I'll do something with it eventually, but not right now. So there are muskets in the game, and like powder and ball musket, powder and ball pistol, and they do have a surprisingly good range, but they're so long to reload, and you can't really put a good scope on them. So, well, yeah, you can give them decent range. It doesn't do a whole lot for you. So, you know. They're not bad. It's just they're situational. I kind of pull them out. Yeah, they're not really any different from then, from what they were like then. Just go up the ladder and talk to him? Yeah, I can just go up the ladder and talk to him. Okay. Up we go. Yeah, they're not much different from that. But in a pinch, they could be quite useful. Hello, Bishop Whaler.
Ah, a defender of the downtrodden.
You are a
Greetings.
commuter.
I was told you were helping Rambo
not nice to call
the
them ghouls,
guards
apparently.
defeat those hooligans.
I wonder if this means he's been around since before the war.
Indeed. Your talents have been noted.
Could be.
Anyhow, I heard you were looking for someone.
I'm looking for Lazarus.
He did. Lazarus came back from some expedition recently. I heard he was quite shook up about it. Something must have gone wrong. You see, for a long time he was a devoted friend of Sanctuary. Since its very foundation, Lazarus was by my side. In recent years, I don't know. Something must have happened. Disillusioned, perhaps. He disappeared again a few days ago. Only the Lord knows where.
Well, nuts.
He was an architect before the bombs fell. We met shortly after. He helped prepare this place.
Alright, so he has been
Lazarus
around
was
since
as loyal
before
to
the war.
Sanctuary as they come. And then, through time, he changed. Massacre at the monument? There's no way. It's so close. Even we had no idea. He should have warned us. Thanks for bringing the word. I'll notify patrols.
Yeah, so far they've been pretty, like, there's been a few voice actors that have not been phenomenal. They've just been okay. But for the most part, all of the voice actors have been pretty good.
Boredom, greed, who knows? It's no secret he had his eyes on Westminster. Not much is known about the place, only rumors. It's some kind of Eden. But he'd need money. Lots of it. Something in short
Westminster's
supply
still
out
around and properly operating. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, they had the Sylvester McCoy and Colin Baker doing the voice actors of the two scientists at the beginning. That's the 6th and 7th Doctor, I believe. And I haven't found it yet, but they have the former Speaker of the House for Parliament from like 2009 to 2019 as the voice of a robotic Speaker of Parliament. But I'd have to find Parliament for that. And I haven't found it yet. But they got him to do voice work. And some other big ones, I think. But those are the ones I know specifically, are like actual significant names.
Father Luke was investigating his activities here at Sanctuary. He'll know far more than I do. I haven't spoken to Lazarus in years. Even so, I'll pray for his well-being. Now, the matter of your pay. Let's say...
Darn, I was hoping idiots would
200
help a
tickets. Something's out there.
What? What is happening? What is happening?
Guess my good karma's paying off.
I do not know what just happened. Well, the idea was that it was something everybody kind of had access to, kind of like battle camps in the earlier Fallouts. I don't know. There definitely been mixed thoughts on tickets as currency, but I kind of like it.
Welcome, child. Sanctuary is open to you. Ah, is that so? But investigating is such a nasty word. I was merely doing what had to be done. Bishop Whaler's a kind and patient man. People like to take advantage of that. Lazarus was one such person. If you ask me, he's nothing more than a smuggler, peddling his filth to the residents of Sanctuary. I have 2 working eyes and ears. That's all I need. Lazarus had only one thing on his mind, his never-ending greed. Cigarettes, chems, hollow nasties. He had no boundaries. I, for one, am glad he's gone. I just know. All right? Fine. I don't have any ironclad evidence, just rumours. So what? That doesn't matter now. Lazarus is gone. Then again,
It's kind of rude,
if one
though.
were to peruse through his belongings, they might find a clue as to where he went, as well as that much-needed evidence. Why not yourself? You seem to be rather unconcerned with the future of your eternal soul. Check the bed 4th
Well,
on the
I'd
left.
like to know
Bring
who
me
the hell I
something
am first before I decide
incriminating.
what religion I adhere to. Buttface. Don't like Father Luke. Don't like Father Luke at all. Alright, let's go investigating Lazarus' stuff. It is down there. I am silly. I'm tempted, but I don't know if I'd actually do something by shooting him or if the game would just ignore it. Comfy pillow. Ooh, here we are. Customers. That does kind of look like evidence. Unfortunately.
You see something I don't in that rubbish.
I do indeed. Aluminum is what I see that you don't. Aluminum for making my guns better. I don't know why I just decided to parkour my way out of there, but I'm a little annoyed that I found the evidence Father Luke wanted. I would have preferred to have just found indication of where he was going.
You look like you have good news. What have you found?
Well, I'm not a greedy bastard.
Aha! I knew he was selling chems. The good Lord always provides. With this, Lazarus will be banished for certain. I only wish
You're a
I knew the true names of these
bastard, you know
clients.
that?
These poor people need help. Not from memory. Let me have another look. Ah, look. This name, Bones. It's clearly a code name, possibly referring to someone within Sanctuary. Maybe it's the chef. After all, he works with bones. Perhaps it's the Undertaker. No more appropriate code name for one. Then again, it could be the Frenchman. He used to be a mercenary. I call upon you once more. Find this Bones, and you will find Lazarus. And I will get a chance to rid Sanctuary of these chems.
Alright.
I've seen chems destroy even the most innocent of souls. I do not wish to see that happen here as well. You would understand if you'd seen the things I've seen. Addiction can truly change a man. We're searching for the person who calls themselves Bones. It could be the chef, the Undertaker, or the Frenchman. I'd suggest asking them one by one. Return to me when you discover who Bones is.
I'm going to hazard it's not the Frenchman because the Frenchman didn't even know Lazarus. Although it's weird that he didn't know Lazarus considering Lazarus is supposed to have been here for a long time. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, let's talk to the chef.
What do you want?
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm not yelling. I'm half mute, so I have to talk like this.
Oh. I'm just gonna be nice and say, oh, I see.
What'd you say? I'm also half deaf. Because I like cooking. Why else would I be a chef? What? Chems? Why would I do that? Code!
Well, that was singularly unproductive. Well, if I'm being stereotypical, this guy looks like the kind of guy that would take chems.
Just 'cause. Not me, the boy. Boy's got problems. Buys a lot of those. Can't say more. He's near.
That's a fair reason. Alright, you. I wish I wasn't quite so blunt about this, but I mean, I'm not an investigator or a PI, so I suppose this would probably be how I go about it.
It's honest work. More than most people get these days. Wouldn't say it's exactly fulfilling. Oh, that was a joke. Just a little joke between us. I have no problems. None. I don't know what you're talking.
I'm not charismatic enough.
For now?
Yes, for now. Alright, let's see. Do I have the drugs? Because I'm also a friend of chems. Do I have the drugs to make myself charismatic enough? I have Excalibur, but I don't want to use that for this. I think I have a beer somewhere. That's only one charisma. Scotch doesn't do charisma. I'd have to find my beer because I think about it, I didn't see it. Nope, I think we've got to search his belongings. Oh, Black Mesa. I wish there was a Portal 3, since you've brought up that particular fandom. Although at this point, if we ever did get a Fallout 3, or a Portal 3, I'm sure it wouldn't live up to the hype that we all wanted. I will believe that Half-Life 3 is confirmed when I own it in my Steam library. Alright. Let's check the toolbox. It's the only thing of note.
If you take much longer, I'll just do it myself.
So we found our stash. You know what? See what you can make of a Fallout beluga whale of some kind. That would be interesting.
Can I help you? Of course not. I don't know what you're talking. How did you... Oh, God. Oh, God. I didn't mean to buy so many. I just couldn't sleep. Kept seeing the corpses. Those eyes. Watching me. I prayed, but the eyes didn't go away. Lazarus saw me. He knew I was suffering. Offered me some to help, and I couldn't stop. It's the only way I could sleep. I don't know where he is. He disappeared again. And pretty soon I'll be out of Wonderland. You know what? It's for the best. Here. My last dose. Take it. Please. Is Wonderland, it's special? Got a weird smell. Reverend Francis might know. He's the resident bookworm.
Weird smell. So that might help us determine where Lazarus went, if we know where he gets his Wonderland. I mean, it's not like proper deductive work, but it's still not a bad quest for a
You're the one who helped
quest.
us defend Sanctuary, aren't you? A pleasure to meet you. I'm Reverend Francis. Look around you, friend. Our world's slipping deeper and deeper into chaos with every passing day. I realized that I could either watch it burn or try to save people from the destructive flames. I think I've made the right choice, but only time will tell. Till then, the great work continues.
Fair enough. Can't argue that. That's a better reason than most have. Alright, what can you tell me about Lazarus then?
He was a friend, yes. Then, one day, I looked deep into his eyes and saw nothing but the glint of gold. I truly pray that one day he can free himself from the demon that has taken a hold of his soul.
Well then. Wasn't expecting that.
If you're trying to rid yourself of your addiction, we can help you, child. But until then... strange. This smells of cheeseweed, a very peculiar flower. We have a small patch of them at the back of the Sanctuary Gardens. I'll dispose of this and ask no more. I do not wish to meddle in the lives of my brothers and sisters. Good luck.
Okay, well, I didn't need it. So now, let's find our way. Do I actually go through here? Ooh. No, probably not. This is cool, though. That is very cool. Is there any sort of like secret door down into the catacombs? No. Alright. Well, we're inside an area right now. Like, I know technically like it looks like we're outside, but we're inside like a loaded area. I mean, there's a British chapel with one. That's where Queen Elizabeth was buried. That's why I was thinking about it, because you get to see her casket lowered down at the end of the funeral. Cheeseweed, harvest. Letter to Lazarus. Lazarus, we're interested on your insider information. Meet us at Beefeater Burger in the Tower Hamlets. Don't rile up any fifth columnists on your way here. Your word better be good. I don't like the sound of that. And yeah, he sure did have a stash, all right. I don't know what I'm going to do with this cheeseweed, but I'm going to harvest it. Okay, so that's the end of what we're doing in this area. Where are we going? We've got Find Georgia, which was a side quest. Travel to Beefeater Burger is all the way over there. We also have Trafalgar Square, the National Gallery, over here. Well, we have options, and we're going to decide what to do with them next time. Because today, we explored a hotel, we killed some bugs, we killed some radstags, we killed a whole mess of hooligans, including Violent Violet. We found St. Paul's Cathedral and picked up Archie as a companion. Well, there will definitely be murdering, yes. We found out Lazarus was potentially once a good guy, but has now just become a greedy, drug-selling person, as much as the bishop would like to think otherwise. And yeah, next time we'll see where we go. I think I'd like to pause the main quest and go to the gallery, because I like side quests, usually more interesting. But we'll see. I realized we've been playing so long that the music stopped, and I didn't even think about it. Oops. Oh well. Maybe I'll just go back to using the music from the game. I mean, let's... You think this has been preferable? Well, you know what? Since you're primarily my audience half the time, all right then. When we play Fallout, at least, we will no longer do the synth music. So I will turn Fallout music back up. And you'll have to let me know the synth music has lyrics? I don't remember hearing lyrics. That's half the reason I do it. Huh. Alright, I can already tell that having the music full is too loud. We'll put it like half and see how it goes. I don't remember the lyrics though. Huh. That's gonna bug me. I'm gonna have to put that on tomorrow while I'm just working and listen to it. But alright. Pleasure as always. I will catch you next time, and Monday we will do that D&D demo. Mind the gap.